Today's match is brought to you by AE Engine, AmericanEagle.com, Bag Tags, Bubba Burger, Cliff Kids, Dick's Sporting Goods, Expand a Brand, Nesquik, Fusionetics, MLS, Nike Soccer, Positive Coaching Alliance, Premier International Tours, Soccer Shots, Sun-Made Raisins, Target, Turbo Sports Group, United Soccer Coaches, Wilson Trophy Company, and Yokohama.
It was 1935, the year that Elvis and Sandy Koufax were born. It was a year of many firsts, including the first NFL draft, the first Monopoly board game went on sale, Social Security began, and Babe Ruth hit his last home run. In addition to these milestones, the National Junior Challenge Cup was founded in 1935, offering a youth competition for young men in the United States. The cup was later named the James P. McGuire Cup, after the late U.S. soccer president, who himself was quite a standout in his earlier days, winning the U.S. Open Cup in 1929. McGuire would lead U.S. soccer and earn an international reputation as an excellent leader.
The Jim McGuire Cup was started in 1935. It was the only cup that the United States Soccer Federation had for youth players. And it was a very good competition, and I can tell you, I mean, this was the highlight of my soccer career, to be a champion in 1954.
This storied cup, now the oldest trophy in youth sport.
It has a history, it has a meaning, I think it has tradition. So I think it's extremely important for our competitions, for all the age groups that kind of emulate the McGuire Cup.
Winning the McGuire Cup is huge, just because all that history that comes along with the oldest trophy in youth sports period, that's really big for us.
Who will write their name in the next chapter of the storied McGuire Cup?
forget last year. It's gone. Ancient history. It's time to forget about failure and how you came up short, how you missed the mark. Yeah, it's time to forget about the man you should have marked, the run you should have made. Remember that shot you should have taken? Time to let it all go. Forget about it. It's time to go to work. It's time.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Frisco, Texas. I'm Todd Panula, and I'm here to bring you all of today's exciting USU soccer semifinal action in the 17 and under group between KSA and Galaxy Academy. KSA hailed from Atlanta, Georgia. Galaxy Academy out of Naperville, Illinois. Bruno Colungi for KSA is the coach, countered by Jay Conrad for Galaxy Academy. We welcome you in this morning, regardless of whether you're watching out in the East Coast with Atlanta or right here in the Midwest with Naperville, or all points in between. Turbo Sports Group is bringing you all the action throughout this tournament, and we have done so for the last few years, so we appreciate your viewership. Our starting goalkeepers for the day for KSA, it is going to be Lyndon Dawson, countered by Jason Barba for Galaxy Academy. Just to give you a little bit of background on how these two teams got here, just within the national tournament, we'll go a little bit deeper as we get through the game. But KSA won Group B with a record of 2-0-1. They scored 6 goals and allowed 2. Finishing second in Group A was Galaxy Academy with a record of 2-1-0. They scored 10 goals, but allowed 5. So Galaxy Academy, the better of the offensive teams, as they really like to push forward. But as we saw in the group stages, they are more than capable of allowing some goals as well. But they are going to try to do their best, as is KSA, as a winner faces either Oklahoma Energy FC or Tampa Bay United for the national championship. But plenty of time between now and then for everything to be decided. It's a rather hazy day here in Frisco, just on the outskirts of Dallas, as we get an early collision, a 50-50 collision. Then the official says there was nothing in it. KSA bangs it up. It's coming up off the foot of Irving. It gets up towards the 18-yard box. And in the early stages, we have a lot of possession traded back and forth. These two teams looking like they have no intention of having that feeling out period, as they are going to go for it right away. Charging up the field and then stuffed right along the half line was Navarro. Ball goes over towards the far sideline and just barely touched out there. Over the top of everybody, skying up to get it. Galaxy Academy able to pick up the header. Now onto the foot of Rivas to the far sideline. Dancing around now is Awujo. Not quite on for Awujo. Defended closely. Finally poked away. Chasing it down is McCaw. One touch passing through the midfield here is Galaxy Academy trying to spring something quickly. Too far for Blasingame. Blasingame now working up the left hand, or the right hand side, excuse me. Served up. McCaw is there. Punched away by Dawson. Ball still loose at the top of the box. All the way back for Smith. Awujo chasing him down, gets a piece of the ball. Finally cleared away by Strang. Settled down by Koning. But it goes into touch. It'll stay with Galaxy Academy. Strang, one of the big scorers for Galaxy Academy within this tournament, leading the team with 3 goals despite coming from a more midfield spot. Spinning and sending it up the field is Irving. Irving gets a little bit of a nudge in the back, still gets the ball off, not necessarily where he wanted. Volleys left and right. Sun's starting to peek through the clouds just a little bit here, causing a few more shadows, but still a relatively comfortable morning. Galaxy Academy putting it in with the long throw, gets in close to the 6-yard box, had to be dealt with by the defender, and then sent up towards midfield. Now a chance for Vixamar. Vixamar with speed, taking on the defender on his left foot, takes the shot, punched away. One in the midfield by McCaw as he was just able to get over the top of Robinson. Pushing the reset button and back onto the attack is KSA. Far sideline now. Seeking ball, looking for Conrad. He's able to get it on a second attempt. Flag was up, not sure why. Now we get a foul. That's going to be a dangerous free kick now for Galaxy Academy, as both teams have really pushed forward into the attacking third with gusto. As you see there, the good save made by Jason Barba. Ultimately, it was right at him, but still, when it's shot with that much power, it's difficult to parry away sometimes. Going towards the back post, players there, but a defender as well. Chested down by Blasingame. He'll take it over to the right, trying to keep it in bounds, does so just barely. Little fake. Second attempt off the defender, corner kick. Conrad will go over to take the corner. Renfro for Galaxy here at the back post. They go more towards center. And coming out to make the grab is Dawson. Blasingame to the far side. Almost too strong for Koning, and it will be. Sent upfield by Alfaro. Rivas into the box. Flag was up. Blasingame sends it on the wing for Conrad. He lost control. Back the other way, Aujo. Seems to be a bit of a discussion here along the near sideline. KSA apparently with some scratched, potentially injured players. But, right now they're saying shouldn't be on the bench, but obviously Coach Kalonji advocating for his players. That they've been here the entire tournament. Again, dealt with in the middle of the defense. Almost a high kick there. Navarro. Now McCaw, take it away from Conrad. Galaxy Academy doing a good job to maintain possession here after a few offensive flurries from KSA. Brought down nicely. Now right into the middle. Rivas. Rivas on the left foot. Slices it back across. But comfortably taken by Barba. Barba's been under fire in this tournament, as I mentioned, allowing 5 goals. Most of the national semifinalists can't say the same, but when you have a potent offensive attack like Galaxy Academy does, it tends to make up for any miscues along the back. Robinson looking for space. It dried up rather quickly. But then a foul given. Just going to ground was Pavlotsky. Sun dipping in and out of the clouds. Free kick for KSA. We've got 3 players around it. Fixamar Rivas and a third, and I couldn't necessarily make out. Dropped on Rivas with the drive. Ended up comfortably wide and over the goal as well. A little too much adrenaline going in on that shot. In trouble the goalkeeper. But nevertheless, a good opportunity goes by the wayside. Spinning up in the air. There is a tiny bit of a breeze coming slightly from the south. Also out of the west, so blowing straight from your camera position over towards the other sideline. Really aiding no team. If it hinders anybody right now, it would be Galaxy Academy on those long balls that get caught up in the air. KSA trying to continue their dominance from the state level onto a national level. They've won the state championship 3 of the last 4 years. Trying to escape their own defensive line right now. Robinson. Near sideline, played right off. Putting on the pressure was McCaw. Dawson sends it up, but right back into the mixer. Flag goes up. Offside against Ty Conrad. Pushing up the right and now through center. Robinson fumbles it just a bit. Went to ground. Incidental contact, says the official. Tiptoeing along the sideline was Vanden Bosch. Off the shoulder. Rivas. Able to make the steal. McCaw right there. Shrugs him off. The official still not having any of it. He's been really consistent within this game. Hasn't necessarily sat well with some of the fans on the far sideline, as now we get a whistle. Rivas stepping into McCaw, coming underneath. Conrad sends it long, looking far side. Won by Galaxy, but not the right direction. Sent back the other way. Blassingame had it go off of his shoe rather awkwardly. St. Just into the box now. Blasingame with a shot. Diving stop by the defender. Blasingame again. Tried to center it out for McCaw, but the defenders were too many. McCaw fakes the cross. Puts it on the left foot now. Offside. KSA players getting instruction from their bench, being told to calm down. It's possession harder to come by for both these teams. They're trying some of these long seeking balls like we see here, which is taken by Conrad, but more often than not for both sides, it hasn't necessarily been on quite yet. Miscommunication there as Renfro thought that Conrad was going to cut in towards goal. He had made his way back, also fearing to be in an offside position, but nevertheless, it'll go out for the goal kick. 15th minute of play. Todd Panula with you here, coming to you from Frisco, Texas. Literally in the shadow of FC Dallas's home stadium, Toyota Stadium, merely a couple hundred yards away. These two teams trying to book their ticket into the national championship final. They will play the winner once again of Oklahoma Energy FC or Tampa Bay United. That game going on as well. If you feel the need, open a second tab and tune into that game as well. Keep check on the scores for you as much as we can. Charging up the right here is Vixamar. He's got a lot of speed, but two defenders in front of him. Slows it up just a bit. Step over move, drags it with the left foot. Back onto the right, crosses in front, but they can't get it in. The player was there. Jide Awujo just couldn't get onto it. Maybe if he might have tried to slide after that one, but a really good cross. Doesn't get a finish matched. Foul in the midfield, gives the free kick to Galaxy Academy. Galaxy Academy would like to get revenge against Tampa Bay United. Obviously, it would take victories by both of those teams here today. But that was the lone loss for Galaxy Academy within this tournament, as they lost 3-1 on day one. So a good job out of the team of Naperville to come back, because oftentimes we see in these kind of tournaments you lose on day one and your confidence is shaken. But not so for Galaxy Academy, as they beat OBGC Rangers 5-2 on day two, and then a 4-0 win over McLean Green on the final day of the group stages. Not taken down very cleanly there by Conrad. McCaw sees it go out. A few protests that it went off of one of the KSA players, but the official having none of it. If you just joined us, KSA is wearing their red kits. They're going left to right. Logic would dictate that Galaxy is in the yellow. Another foul in the midfield. As some of these challenges have been coming in from behind, and the official doing a good job of blowing the fouls when they've occurred. But the only thing you worry about is the type of foul. Seems to be where there's a little something in it, perhaps trying to get somebody back for a little bump just moments ago. So that'll be something to watch throughout the rest of this one. Well spotted, one-touch passing. Space along the right, rushing up is Koning. That one will be claimed by the Lake. The extra ball is out, and we'll have a corner kick. Galaxy Academy have been dangerous on some of these set pieces. They have quite a few tall players, not to be outdone. KSA with a few players with height as well, but the tallness favoring Galaxy just a bit. They go with a nice driven ball. Dawson missed it. But there was a foul inside the 6-yard area. So this one will be coming out. Alfaro ends up filtered through to Robinson by way of True. Into the box, looking for Vixamar. Second attempt, just as unsuccessful. Navarro. Good ball along the ground. That's the better idea right now, as the balls over the top are being too well spotted by the defenders. Now a chance to push up field by Pavlotsky. Sent over here to Rivas. Return pass, and then a shot by Vixamar was blocked. Rivas went skyward, but it goes out. Goal kick. Robinson goes over the top and wins it. Chests it down this time. Lovely weighted ball. Intercepted though. Iverson. Stolen by Rivas, but not under possession. St. Just to the near side for Vanden Bosch. Extra ball on the field. Quickly gotten rid of. Robinson gets it from Navarro. Long ball, trying to get it up to Conrad. Wasn't quite there. Now McCaw trying to take advantage of a mistake. Dawson is out, ball around. McCaw shoots and wide. Coach Kalonji wondering why his players cleared that away. They weren't quite aware of the space in behind as that ball was going wide of the goal. Nobody coming along the backside. A fantastic opportunity right here, but just a bit too much on the heel instead of striking it either with the shoelaces or even the instep. And McCaw's going to perhaps rue that chance. Dawson comes out, gets a piece of it. Wasn't cleanly handled. That can on the second attempt, he's able to get it. But still a really good chance there for Galaxy Academy. Just a little more patience needed there by McCaw. He really probably even had time to put it on his right foot if he would have liked. But tried to go in quickly with the left foot and just put too much curl on it without the initial direction in favor of it either. Opportunity now for KSA to answer. In terms of chances, perhaps put it in with a corner kick upcoming. The team out of Atlanta going to make a substitute at the next opportune time. Coming into the game will be Brandon Sidnor. They want to go short with it to Rivas. Back out for Pavlovsky. Sidnor will come in. So Sidnor is in. Van de Bosch is out. Rivas takes it down and then gives it back. Looking over the top to Vixamar. And instead it's safely into the hands of Barba. We get a flag up here on the near side. And a sub coming in now for Galaxy. Into the game now is Brian Torres. He will replace Mason McCaw. So Torres up here on the left wing now. And again, in these knockout rounds, you really have to come down with your chances. You have to wonder how much that missed opportunity by McCaw might come back to haunt Galaxy Academy. They're hoping that it will just be one forgotten moment. Robinson with a bit of an elbow in the back there, gaining just a bit of space. Wasn't enough contact to draw the foul. Slicing one through to the left is Alfaro, but that one was cut off. Looking again up top, trying to get it on for Koning. He struggles to get it, and then his service was too tall for Torres. Had a roll into touch here along the near sideline, and two more subs coming in now for Galaxy Academy. Into the game is Jack Olson, joined by Evan Lang. They will replace Nick Renfro and Jose Navarro. Now Rivas picking up the pace. A lot of defenders around, passes off to Vixamar. Goal kick. Decent Vixamar, one of the team leaders here for KSA. He managed to score the game winner in both the regional, semifinal, and final. So he manages to step up big when his team needs it the most. See if he can do that here today. As that one's mishandled. Numbers pushing forward in yellow now. Olsen all the way up on the hill, in behind the tents, trying to take this throw in. Finally gets it in, goes towards the near post, but it took a bounce and an easy grab there for Dawson. One bounce, headed away by Smith. Up the right-hand side now. Koning taking on the defender, brings it in towards the center, now cuts out wide. 28th minute of play. Olsen will go up to take the throw again. A lot of these teams like to find somebody who can throw it in real far. Essentially works almost like a corner kick. Olsen does his job, getting it about 3-4 yards inside the 18. But the flag went up. Player came back from an offside position. Alfaro. True. Rivas. And out. We'll have a substitute for KSA at the next opportunity. Robinson couldn't win it for KSA. Now it's built up through the midfield. One-touch passing, nicely weighted ball coming on into the attack. Trying to slow it up there was Lang, and a foul given. Free kick will be coming from about 28 yards out or so. Subs coming in for each team. Kimani, Irving, using up some of the referee's patience, having to push him back into the game now for Galaxy Academy is Noah Glorioso, joined by Alex Aristavi for KSA. The shot taken, trying to curl it over, flicked on, and the shot just wide. Dawson shaken up just a little bit, not sure if it was the nerves or if there was contact, but another opportunity for Galaxy Academy, this time for Cameron Strang, and he just steers it wide. See Strang coming in there, able to get the touch right there, just got it past the goalkeeper, but couldn't steer it on target. Some of the fans for KSA getting a little agitated, feeling like the whistles are going more Galaxy Academy's way right now. Ready. 32nd minute of play. Carl Desir about to come into the game for KSA. Dawson eyeing this one up, has to make a punching after it, still spills it, and they score! On the rebound, Galaxy Academy take the lead. Nick Renfro able to make the stab at it to put it in the 33rd minute. You see Dawson coming out, takes a wild stab at it, wasn't able to corral it there, and then spinning, falling to ground, but steering it in towards goal was Renfro. So a goal in the 33rd minute puts the team from Naperville, Illinois on top. KSA is searching for an answer now. They've made their substitution. Desir is in. Hollauer will come into the game just in moments for KSA as well. Near sideline, Sidner. Rivas had his pocket picked. And then Lang is taken down hard from behind. Hollauer's in, Robinson is out. Too tall to handle there. So goal kick for KSA as they have to try to catch their breath and push the reset button. This game far from over. The team that led Group A in scoring, one of the leading scoring teams in this age group overall, scoring first. Lang was bumped, continued on, but Rivas makes a steal. Tried to slide one through to Vic Samar. Defender dealt with it, curling, staying in. Going over the top was Sidner. Keeping it alive nicely. Now Rivas trying to go over the top. Needed to keep that one on the ground. Vic Samar tried to chase it down. Coming close to the sideline. Kept in. Rivas stabs at it. And this one will go out for the goal kick. '36th minute. 1-0 your score. Galaxy Academy lead. A 33rd minute goal by Nick Renfro. The difference in this match. Only the third goal allowed all tournament long for KSA. So there's a good battle here along the near sideline. Won by Torres initially, but then off the foot of Sidner. Into touch. Over the top, trying to get it to Conrad. On his right foot, cuts it towards the end line, trying to find her centering ball, finds his man, but the shot couldn't be had. Out for the corner, though. Patrick Koning, the last one to touch it for Galaxy Academy, but he just couldn't get the shot off. KSA needing to defend this. Dawson calls for it. Galaxy player went down in the box, but incidental contact as some feet got caught up within each other. Now Vic Samar with the defender lunging at him. That was Smith. Vic Samar to the left. A good chance now. They score! KSA finds the answer. You see Vic Samar touching it out to the left. Desir with the finish, clinic. Tying it up. Better angle here. You see Desir just being able to push it over the goalkeeper, who had gone down to kind of take away the bottom half of the net. Unsuccessful in doing so. So not quite 5 minutes after Galaxy Academy's score, we're back to level. Into touch along the near sideline. KSA starting to feel the momentum now. They needed that spark. Dropping it back to Hallauer. Over the top. Way too tall for Vixamar. He tells his teammate to keep it a little bit lower next time. Substitute coming in for Galaxy Academy is Christian Romano will come into the game. So Romano is in and Koning is out. '39th minute, 1-1 your score. Very entertaining match here in this national semifinal. Back and forth contest right from the get-go. KSA started out the game hot, had a couple chances. Galaxy Academy answered with those. Neither team could find a goal until we crossed the 30-minute mark. And now we've seen 2 go in since then. Chance now for Hallauer. Comes over here near side to Sidner. Sidner laces one back across the field. Desir skies up, gets a flick onto it, but couldn't steer it towards goal. Intercepted on the far side by Esquivel. Tiptoeing along and dancing around. Good passes along the sideline. KSA trying to find a central ball, too tall for Vixamar. Cleared away along the back line. Through the midfield, Rivas puts on the brakes. Rivas absorbed the challenge there as diving over his back was Lang. Conrad looking to push up field now. Numbers still favoring KSA. A lot of pressure being put on from behind, but Conrad still turning on the speed. No penalty. Conrad with his arms out saying that he got bumped off the ball. Torres knocked away by Hallauer. The long shot, and that goes well wide. So as we catch our breath after that mad dash up and down the field for both teams, Galaxy Academy will make some substitutions. Closing in on the end of the half. Checking into the game is going to be Ali Horfan. He replaces Brian Torres. Also into the game now is Natalio Rojas. And he takes out Ty Conrad. So a new attacking trio for Galaxy Academy as they try to see out this half, potentially poach one more. I don't think either side will be all that pleased if this one goes into the break 1-1, but they won't necessarily be overly disappointed either. Feet collide with each other, the whistle came. Officials saw too much in it off the boot of Romano, so the free kick will come out. Rivas lets it roll by. Vixamar with pressure right on his back. Vixamar off the defender, and it's a corner kick. Line drive kick couldn't be handled cleanly by Desir. Jumping up for the header is Touré. Free kick going towards the back post. Vixamar is there, but it was met by a header in front by St. Just. Shot comes in. Doesn't count. Flag was up here on the near side. Romano flicked it on, goes all the way back for Dawson as he just blasts it away. Settled down by Hollauer. St. Just. Miss kick there by Galaxy. Continued up along the sideline, but this one's going to get out. Quickly in for Erstavi. All the way back through the central defense. KSA settling into more possession now. They've had more of the ball here in the last 5 minutes or so, ever since they scored the goal. Chance now for Desir, cuts it back into the box now. Dangerous opportunities, poked away, corner kick. Closing in on halftime. No word on any stoppage time as of yet. Right into the middle of the goal. Strong punch from Barba. And now Galaxy Academy going off to the races. One minute of additional time will be added on to the end here. It's been a really evenly played game here. Entertaining to watch. Hopefully you're enjoying it at home, no matter where you're watching this morning. Into stoppage time now. Galaxy Academy trying for one last push up the field. Romano. Corfan. Contact, took him down. Referee says no foul. Rivas laces one up. Vixamar brings it down. Erstavi is making the run, but Vixamar keeps holding on. Challenging all defenders, Vixamar putting it on the shoestrings. Rivas doing the same. Now sends it near side to Erstavi. Erstavi looking for options, pushes end line. Challenges the defender, doesn't come up with it. And there is the halftime whistle. 45 minutes in the books and nothing decided in this national semifinal yet. One goal for each team. In the 33rd minute, it was Nick Renfro for Galaxy Academy, and then Carl Desir in the 38th, and we are all square at the break. We will take a break, but don't go too far. We'll be back with the second half just after this. Today's match is brought to you by AE Engine, AmericanEagle.com, Bag Tags, Bubba Burger, Cliff Kids, Dick's Sporting Goods, Expand a Brand, Nesquik, Fusionetics, MLS, Nike Soccer, Positive Coaching Alliance, Premier International Tours, Soccer Shots, Sun-Made Raisins, Target, Turbo Sports Group, United Soccer Coaches, Wilson Trophy Company, and Yokohama.
It was 1935, the year that Elvis and Sandy Koufax were born. It was a year of many firsts, including the first NFL draft, the first Monopoly board game went on sale, Social Security began, and Babe Ruth hit his last home run. In addition to these milestones, the National Junior Challenge Cup was founded in 1935, offering a youth competition for young men in the United States. The cup was later named the James P. McGuire Cup, after the late U.S. soccer president, who himself was quite a standout in his earlier days, winning the U.S. Open Cup in 1929. McGuire would lead U.S. soccer and earn an international reputation as an excellent leader.
The Jim McGuire Cup was started in 1935. It was the only cup that the United States Soccer Federation had for youth players. And it was a very good competition, and I can tell you, I mean, that was the highlight of my soccer career, to be a champion in 1954.
This storied cup, now the oldest trophy in youth sport.
It has a history, it has a meaning, I think it has tradition. So I think it's extremely important for our competitions, for all the age groups, that kind of emulate the McGuire Cup.
Winning the McGuire Cup is huge, just because all that history that comes along with the oldest trophy in youth sports period, that's really big for us.
Who will write their name in the next chapter of the storied McGuire Cup?
Forget last year. It's gone. Ancient history. It's time to forget about failure and how you came up short, how you missed the mark. Yeah, it's time to forget about the man you should have marked, the run you should have made. Remember that shot you should have taken? Time to let it all go. Forget about it. It's time to go to work. It's time.
Welcome back to Frisco, Texas. Todd Panula along with you here as we're just about set to start the second half between KSA and Galaxy Academy. A quick check over on the other field, and Tampa Bay United is currently leading Oklahoma Energy FC 1-0 at their halftime break. So we'll try to keep you updated on that score throughout. Right now, if that scoreline held up, Tampa Bay United would have their ticket booked into the championship final. And if this one does not change in the next 45 minutes, we will be heading to extra time. In case we need that, we'll just update you on the rules right now. It will be 2 15-minute periods. They will play the entire 30 minutes, should that be necessary. No golden goal here within this tournament. And if it stays even after that, they will head to kicks from the spot. So the linesmen make their way out towards the goal to check on the nets. The center official ready to take his spot, just about set to blow the whistle and start the second 45. KSA will start with possession here as they look to send themselves onto a potential final. They have already played OKC. They drew in that game. That was 1-1. Should those two teams meet in the finals right now, that would not be the matchup unless scorelines change. The KSA beat Santa Barbara on day one, 3-0, then the 1-1 draw, and then a 2-1 win over St. Louis Scott Gallagher on day 3. Kind of a disappointing finish to the tournament for St. Louis Scott Gallagher as they finish towards the bottom of their group. Normally a national powerhouse, but their clubs have been kind of up and down over the last few years, hit or miss. But Scott Gallagher familiar with both of these two teams now. As I mentioned, they played KSA in the group stage. And Galaxy Academy lost to St. Louis Scott Gallagher in the regional final, but advanced here to this national tournament due to the fact that Scott Gallagher was already the National League representative. Winning that 50-50 challenge was Zach Smith. Onto the attack now, Galaxy Academy trying to control it. Here's Conrad cutting past two defenders into a central roll, put it on that left foot, stomps on it. Near side now. Too hot to handle there for Koning. Back into the mixer, though. Brought down by Navarro. Pushing towards the end line. Wants to get that cross off of Desir, who remained in. Much of the lineup remains the same for KSA, the way that they finished. A few players have returned. But Galaxy Academy mainly going with the lineup that they started the game with. Again, if you're just joining us, we welcome you into Turbo Sports Group's production of this USYS National Championship semifinal. Over the top, looking for the volley was Koning, but never got all the way through. Flag was up. Offside is the call. KSA has done a really good job defensively here today, despite the fact that they allowed the first goal of the game as Desir continues it on, gets the return pass from Vic Samar, but then it just got caught up in between his legs. Galaxy Academy averaged 4 goals per game in the regional tournament. Being held in check so far here today. They scored that first goal, but it's been harder to come by since then. There was also a missed chance in the first half by Mason McCaw. And again, with KSA coming back with the equalizer not long after that first Galaxy goal, you have to wonder if that missed opportunity gains importance again. Looking for Vic Samar. Desir was there as well, but steered away by Strang. Strang playing more of a defensive position now. Scoring a lot of his goals off of set pieces and corners. Conrad laid it back to Smith. Looking through to Koning. Flag is down, but it goes out. Still early here in the second half as we're only in the 50th minute. And the whistle came all the way back. So there's going to be a free kick for Galaxy Academy. That seemed to continue on for quite a while. Perhaps they didn't hear the whistle. Conrad with a high flighted ball. Dawson sees it all the way though and makes the grab. A couple of attackers flashed out in front of him, but good concentration for the KSA goalkeeper. Doesn't get on for Rivas. Instead taken up by Conrad and then played off of Conrad and out. And they're going to say that it took a double touch. An attacking throw coming up for Galaxy Academy. Dawson tried to go over the top. And the fans for Galaxy Academy not too pleased with that call. Feeling their player had established position, but the official seeing too much interference with the goalkeeper. Over towards the left, punched upfield, blasted game. It's Conrad. Goal kick. Conrad almost catching the defense, napping. They quickly get it back with the goal kick. Now Rivas dispossessed. His coach wanted the pass a little quicker. Blasingame taken down. And he's upset that he didn't draw the foul on the other side of the half. And then the whistle goes against his team on this side. So now KSA with a chance to push forward. They have yet to challenge goal here in the second half. It's been mostly Galaxy on the attack. Two players for KSA collide with each other. Blasingame will come up with it. And no, there's going to be a card handed out here, and the foul going against Galaxy Academy as Vixamar was taken down hard. Three players once again standing over the ball, waiting for the free kick to be taken. Yellow card handed out in the 54th minute. Our first booking of this half. And way too much air underneath that one. That would have been a good rugby kick. Had a nice curl on it, would have gotten in between the posts. Doesn't count for much in this game. Lace back the other way, headed back up towards the midfield. Flicked down by Blasingame, but not under too much control. Here's Rivas, ever present in the midfield. Jersey tug there. And the whistle came a little bit late for some of the KSA fans, but it does come. Good conditions overall for this national semifinal match. Not too hot, definitely not as warm as it has been. Defender deals with that. Desir coming in. It finally steered out. Conrad headed it forward. Desir avoids the challenge from Smith. Desir again. Desir curling it. It was dipping towards goal, but Barba saw it all the way. A comfortable save in the end. Too tall as it's over the top of Alfaro. Chested down by McCaw. McCaw with the shot. He'll gain himself a corner. Towards the back post, header is there and cleared off the line. Pushed forward by Koning, and it'll be a goal kick. A lot of angry faces over there for Galaxy Academy. They thought that was going to be another corner. A lot of red faces that have nothing to do with the sunlight over the last 3 days. Smith blasts it up into the air. Conrad jostling for position. Got a bit too much around the waist. Conrad went to ground. And he's wondering why there isn't a foul or at least a card against TJ True. But ultimately, I mean, I understand where Conrad is coming from in that kind of instance, but part of the blame lays on him as well, due to the fact that he should have been able to hear the whistle and not push forward. He shouldn't have been chopped down either, but it's a difficult situation for any official to handle when something occurs after the play like that. Foul this time on Desir as we're getting whistles more and more frequently. 59th minute of play. A lot to be decided in this one. Chance for a national championship on the line. Each of these teams tied up at 1. In some of the players' defense, with some of this extracurricular activity, the initial whistles every now and then have been a little bit weak. Hard to tell what they hear on the field. I do have a headset on, which drowns out a little bit of the noise, but although you hear them when you're in the heat of attack, sometimes it's easy to ignore such noise. 60th minute with a free kick coming up for Galaxy Academy in a potentially dangerous spot. They're going to go over the top. Dawson out, and they knock it around, but it goes just wide. Ends up carrying on over the end line and finally out. And that actually will be in possession of Galaxy Academy. It is going to be a corner kick. Looked for a moment from our vantage point like the official might have had the flag up high enough for a throw. They go towards the penalty spot instead of the back post this time, and that one didn't work out the way that they drew it up. Blasingame take it on 2 defenders. A heavy touch towards the end line. The cross comes in along the ground. Knocked away initially. Back out towards the midfield circle. Pushed back up into the attack by Strang. A second attempt. Will go over the top. Trying to chase it down is Koning. Defender was right there. Lets it roll out, and it's a goal kick. Back to the attack. Galaxy Academy starting to build something of their own. They've had the better of the possession here within this half. Another check-in on the other score. Tampa Bay United still leads Oklahoma Energy FC by the score of 1-0. Calls for handball, go unheeded, and then a player is blown up. That's going to be another player into the book for Galaxy Academy. Down in a heap is TJ True. It was a solid shoulder challenge. Wasn't necessarily overly dirty, but deserving of a yellow. But Blasingame putting himself in a difficult position as Galaxy has been playing a physical half here. So with that yellow card, he's going to have to watch himself, as this game has really gotten a little bit chippy here in the second half, as any game would with so much on the line. But these players are going to have to take care and keep the tempers down. KSA have done a good job of it overall. The only potentially cardable offense against them has been that play by True after the fact. In some instances, you could see a potential yellow card handed out for that, but very understandable why it was not. And so far, it's been Galaxy Academy with the only players into the book. Chested down by Koning, stolen instead. Desir had his pocket picked right from behind. Here's Conrad, defender right on his backside. Seemed to be a decent challenge, but the official had a different angle. Conrad will put it back into play. Even though he's a striker, he's going to take this free kick from the midfield. Good strong kick into it, going towards the far wing, angled towards goal, and Blasingame scores! In the 65th minute, Galaxy Academy finally are rewarded for their attack. You see the kick coming in here, just perfectly placed. Bounced over here towards the right-hand side, and that may have actually gone off of the defender. Hard to see initially who it was touched by. If it was one of the KSA players, it would have been Owen Hollauer. But nevertheless, Blasingame able to finish it off strongly. So a goal in the 33rd minute and one in the 65th minute, excuse me, by Kyle Blasingame. The goal earlier was by Nick Renfro, but those are the two goals for Galaxy Academy. And now it's up to KSA to find an answer. They've had some good chances, not necessarily in this half, but throughout the game as a whole. So they're more than capable of taking care of business. Vic Samar trying to do that as he shrugs off the defender nicely. Puts it back onto the left foot. Vic Samar getting into space. And that last defender was finally one too many. Coach Kalonji telling his star attacker that eventually he's just got to shoot it. Can't keep dribbling it around. They go up the middle, but Vic Samar can't make a play on that one as he would have been offside. Here's Conrad. He's got Koning here on the near side, looking for a return pass. Instead, that's in. Now a chance here for McCaw, looking for Blasingame. Ball still loose, and finally grabbed by Dawson. Blasingame went down as well. Charging up from the left back position, Galaxy Academy claim it. Legs chopping and hacking at the loose ball. Arms up on the far side. They thought there might have been a foul there, but the official says no. Both teams will make a substitution. Nicholas Hubbard will come in for KSA, and he will be joined by Evan Lang for Galaxy Academy. So the leading scoring team in their group, Galaxy Academy, continuing the offensive output here today with 2 goals. KSA still with plenty of time left. 68th minute, so over 20 minutes for them to seek out an equalizer. McCaw comes out as Lang enters the game. Hollauer trying to get it up top for Hubbard. Throws going the other way. Here's Conrad. St. Just with the tackle. Near side now for Trouet. Give it away rather cheaply and then stolen very nicely. Kimani Irving made the steal, but right back onto the attack. They were looking for Conrad. It'll get all the way over to the far side. Lang takes a spill as that ball was chopped away from him. Hollauer had his pocket picked, and the foul will favor Galaxy Academy. So another dangerous free kick for Galaxy Academy. They have worked these very well. You have yet to really score off of them, but still they've put the ball into dangerous spots. Conrad to take the kick again. He's the one that set up that goal. Probably won't get an assist for it since it took a header in the box. But even if he doesn't get credited for it on the stat sheet, he gets credit in the fans' eyes, as that was a heck of a kick almost from the midfield stripe. Put that one into a dangerous area. Into the game now for KSA is Ria Vandenbosch. He will replace Trouet as they try to defend this set piece. Towards the back post. That one was too tall for Strang. That's how he scores the majority of his goals. And now kept alive by Renfro. Back into the mixer, but too close to the goalkeeper. Dawson looking for quick distribution, going to do so with the punt, but it hangs up in the air. Blasingame just sends it on the other direction. '71st minute, little under 20 minutes to go here in regulation. If score lines remain as they are, it would be a Galaxy Academy against Tampa Bay United. But with only 1-goal margins, there's still a lot to be decided. Rivas. He was calling for it, now gets it. The initial pass was from Alfaro. St. Just. Knocked down with the header from Iverson. Too much contact in from Vixamar. There you see Vixamar. He's put in a lot of really good effort today. Just hasn't been rewarded on the score sheet, but not for lack of trying. Near side now for Awujo. Desir is over on the far wing now. Challenged by Alfaro. Won by Awujo, and he draws the free kick. They go quickly short. Rivas. Free kick given. KSA inching closer and closer on this one. Going to have a substitute come in for KSA at the next opportune time as they're looking to start sending in long balls. They need some height. Rivas. This is in a distance to where he can take a shot if he wants. He will go for goal. And that one's a bit of a wasted chance as it goes up and over. Michael Gould into the game now. Too tall for Hollauer. So now we enter the period of the game where set pieces and restarts from out of bounds. Galaxy Academy is going to be in no good hurry to put this one back in. Too tall for Conrad. Playing a bit of soccer tennis right now as it's going back and forth between the headers. Coach Conrad a little demonstrative along the near sideline. Mainly directed towards his own team, but also a little bit frustrated with the call going against Galaxy. Vic Samar won't be able to chase this one down, but it'll go into touch. So Vic Samar playing more of a wing role now as they've set up goal in the center, looking to use his height and power to hold up the ball. Good challenge, but not in possession for long. Players feeling a little bit anxious right now on both sides, just kind of aimlessly kicking the ball left and right. Rivas hands it off. Whether he meant to or not is immaterial at this point. Putting on the moves now is Hubbard, trying to get it back onto his favored right foot. At the edge of the 18, defender goes down and then up quickly. Hubbard was right there. Rivas sends one in towards goal, but nobody making the charge. Under 15 minutes to go in regulation. Rivas gets it from Alfaro. Here's Vic Samar. Vic Samar! Again, just leaning just a little too much. Sub being made. Coming back into the game will be Brian Torres. And he is going to replace Pat Koning. Another sub about to be made in moments for KSA, but they'll start things with the goal kick. Galaxy Academy flicked on by Blasingame, but not too much on it. Back the other way we go. Goal was trying to bring it down. Blasingame gets it instead. Far side now. Lang picks it up, trying to take on the defender, sees it roll out. Subs coming in for both teams. Checking into the game for Galaxy is going to be Noah Glorioso. And also in for KSA is going to be Alex Erstavi. Coming out is Blasingame. He has what would right now be the game winner. Nicholas Hubbard comes off for KSA. '74th minute. Time becoming the enemy of KSA. Hollauer trying to send it up top to goal. Quickly back in. Alfaro couldn't quite handle it. Laced up the sideline, but Conrad's not going to be able to run that one down. Some long faces on the KSA bench. But all they need is that one little bit of magic. We saw it in the first half. It's been a little bit farther in between goals this time. Vixamar having a discussion with the official, wondering why that was a foul, feeling it was an equal challenge. Smith will take the free kick, or at least he said it. Now it'll be Conrad. '80th minute of play. A 2-1 lead for Galaxy Academy. They struck first back in the 33rd. Answered with a 38th minute goal. Strong claim there by Dawson. But the go-ahead goal from Kyle Blasingame was scored in the 65th. That has stood up here for the last 14 minutes. Irving up the top for goal. Seeking out the far side for Glorioso. Instead, it's St. Just. Goal. Looking for Vixamar. Again, it's just not quite there. Good scouting by the staff of Galaxy Academy. They've not let Vixamar have hardly any space. He's created some on his own with his good footwork, but the finishing lanes have just not been there to take a shot. Too much dribbling over on the far side coming from Aristavi. Gives up possession. Now Conrad's all alone. 3 defenders, but he's taking them on. Trying to push it past St. Just. Into the box now. Conrad looking for contact. Official says no. The bench for Galaxy Academy is up in arms, as well as several fans on the far sideline. Fanning on it. Here's goal. Gall tried to give it off to Vixamar. Might have been wiser to hold on to it himself. Sub coming in now for KSA as they continue to find a recipe that'll find this equalizing goal. You see the contact there. And depending on the angle that you see it from, it's understandable what the fans were looking at. But the official saw it from behind, and he said no. Rivas looking for the foul as his legs were taken out from underneath him. Irving plays it off the attacker. He'll gain the throw. Desperate times now for KSA. Vandenbosch with the throw. Roughly 8 minutes left in regulation as this one's sent over towards the near sideline. Looking for goal. Not quite there. '83rd minute, time ticking away. Another sub about to come back on for KSA. Vixamar Chipped it over the goalkeeper, but earns himself a corner. We're going to wait on the sub and bring him back to the bench, in fact. Laid back for Irving. Right foot towards the back post. Had a couple players there, but the defender leaped up in front of all of them. Struggling to keep this one alive is Renfro. Cleared up by Lang. They were trying to get it over to Torres here in the middle. Flicked on. Torres trying to run it down. Everything he's got. Can't get there. Just missing on that one was Lang, but may have let it go on purpose. Settled down as they tried to get it up to Vixtamar. Strang got in front again. This time it's Navarro. Numbers pushing back, more and more yellow on the defensive half. Handled in the air by Iverson. Trying to go over the top. Neither team in too much possession. It's a lot of long balls right now. 85th minute of play. Time continually ticking away. Another check on the other field. Tampa Bay United continues to lead 1-0. So they're hanging on by the skin of their teeth. That game is currently in the 84th minute, so we are a little bit ahead in this one. Substitution made. Sidner is out. Back in is Sam Pavlotsky. Pavlotsky gets his first touch here in the second half. To the far wing now. Trying to find a bit of space. Vixamar drops it back. Good service in, looking for goal. He was there, but the defender was once again in front. Van de Bosch couldn't corral it. Now a chance here to really put the nail in the coffin. They come to Torres, and Dawson comfortably out. Wasn't necessarily comfortable in the way that Torres went over the top of him, but solid goalkeeping to come out, make that early decision. Lang slicing one through for Conrad. Dawson has to come out to play it. Flag was up anyway. This one headed out. Substitute coming in. Jack Olsen will come back into the game for Galaxy Academy. They go short with it. Erostavi has the ball stolen away. Sent back in. And once again, Iverson right there to deal with it. So solid in the central defense for Galaxy Academy. Rivas dancing around with it. Erostavi here on the near wing. Switches. Iverson there again. Quickly back in. Pavlotsky, that one took a touch on the way through. Stepping in front of it was Torres. Again, they try to send it out with a strong kick. Trying to waste as much time as possible. 89th minute. St. Just was all the way up from his defending position, but it ends up being played off of him, and it'll be a goal kick. You see the frustration starting to creep in now. Haven't been given an indication of stoppage time yet as we approach the 90th minute. A foul in the midfield called against Cameron Strang. We'll give it back to KSA. Trying to find Vic Samar. He's able to settle it down. Vic Samar taking the shot at the slow roller. Is smothered by Barba. Olsen from the far sideline, setting it up the wing for Lang. Into touch, give it to KSA. Irving from straight away to the left for Vanden Bosch. Vanden Bosch finds Pavlotsky. Long ball, there's going to be way too much air under that even if they come down with it. A miscue along the back line, trying to chase it down is Conrad. Dawson is out as well to make sure that that one ends up out of bounds. But now he was almost caught out. But he has a chance to recollect himself. 3 minutes of stoppage time will be added on to the end of this one. So as we've just crossed into the 91st minute, we'll have almost a full 3 minutes of time left. So again, Galaxy in no great hurry to put this one in. Calls for a foul throw-in. Referee and linesman not necessarily heeding any of it. Trying to go over the top. Irving is there again. Time is very precious right now, but KSA needs to be calm. They need to collect themselves. Vic Samar with a chance. Good centering ball. Aristavia's here. Went off of Aristavia out, if it wasn't out already. Barba using up a decent amount of time, but not enough to draw any ire from the referee. KSA trying to go back onto the attack. Pushing hard up the left side is Lang. Lang turning on the speed, just cut off there at the last moment. Conrad picks up the loose ball. Conrad charging towards the end line, and he's going to get a free kick out of that. 93rd minute. So at this point, KSA has to focus on stopping this free kick and clear as soon as possible. They're in stoppage time between Tampa United and Oklahoma Energy. That one's still 1-0 in favor of Tampa. And there it is. No. The fans on the far side even had me fooled. They thought that was the final whistle. KSA with one last push up the field. Final opportunities here. As we've played the full 3 minutes. There it is, the final whistle. Galaxy Academy are going to be playing for the national championship. A quick check on the other score there in this 92nd minute out of 93 potential. That one's still 1-0 in favor of Tampa Bay. But Galaxy Academy have already punched their ticket. An excellent game played by both sides. Obviously, KSA extremely disappointed. A lot of sad faces over here on the near touchline, but a lot of jubilant players for Galaxy Academy as they will play for a national championship. Still trying to check to see if that game has gone final. They're still playing. Tampa Bay United still in the lead. As we get some more looks, there's the game winner from Blassingame as he celebrates over in the corner with his teammates. And there you see Galaxy Academy, who will play tomorrow. And they will most likely play Tampa Bay United. You can switch on over if you want to see the end of that game, but that'll do it for us here. I'm Todd Panula. For everybody here at Turbo Sports, we thank you for watching, and good day.